Hey guys, good evening and thanks for joining. First of all, last 3 days I was not able to take the class. Apologies for that because I'm going to office. Yeah, anyway, shall we continue? Are you okay? Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes, sir.
You're audible, sir.
Fine, fine.
Yeah, thank you so much. Please put yourself is in mute mode. Once session is completed, then if you have any questions, you can ask me. Is that be okay? Is
Okay,
that be
sir.
okay? Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, so far we completed a couple of definitions in the cyber security. So example, we discussed about what is cyber security, what is SOC. Then we discussed about designations in the cyber security SOC operation. Also, we discussed about what is incident lifecycle management, incident response. Then also other definitions like retention policy, storage calculation. Then also a couple of additional definitions like what is aggregation, what is parsing, what is normalization, and also what is parser development part. Okay, what is correlation rule creation, querying and indexing. Additionally, even we discussed about what are the different types of data source and log sources. Also, we discussed about log integration methods. So far we completed these topics. Next pending topics are threat intelligence speeds. Next one is SOAR capability and also UBA capability, threat hunting capability. All these are completely L3 level. Whatever topics I'm going to discuss today and tomorrow, and maybe day after tomorrow as well. All these are complete L3 level. Okay. So threat hunting is a part of L3. UBA is a part of L3. SOAR also part of L3. Even threat intelligence speeds integration also part of L3. Okay. So nothing but when you say L3, it's more than 5+ years of experience it is required. Whenever someone is asking, do you know threat hunting part? You can say, I know basic of the threat hunting part. And so what is threat hunting and what to do and how to do, I'll explain. In the similar OBA, user entity behavior analytics part, this is also one of the advanced new feature for every SIM tool it contains. Okay, so it will use machine learning capability and deep learning capability and artificial intelligence capability. And also we have SOAR. This is also trending technology in the SIM tool. So this is full form is security orchestration automated response. So this concept came into the market only 2 years back. Prior to that one, we don't have any SOAR capability. Now every SIM tool vendor, it is providing SOAR capability. And also next one is threat intelligence feeds. So these threat intelligence feeds also, it's a commercial feeds or open source. These are the two different types of feeds we have. So these feeds we have to integrate to our SIM tool or firewall or proxy or IDS, IPS or EDR and so on. Okay. So these topics are pending. Once these topics are completed, then we can discuss about SM architecture. I think Mahesh already covered this one last Monday. So there are 3 different types of components every SIM architecture contains that we can discuss. Once this one is completed, then we can discuss about vendors. So when I say vendors, who are all the tools are existing in the market? So those tools we can discuss, not only just on the architecture point of view, even we can discuss about licensing option and what are the features or deployment options it is provided, whether it is applicable to on-premise or cloud, whether it is a dedicated applicable to hardware device or software device, and what is distributed deployment, what is standalone deployment. All those part we can discuss part of vendors or tools. Okay. So once these topics are completed, finally we can go for the practical demo tool that is a part of SIM. Okay. So that is next one. So these are all the topics are pending up. So anyway, I will come maybe middle of the next week to Hyderabad. There we can start our practical demo tools. Prior to that one, I'll complete what our theoretical parts are pending. Okay. So shall we start now?
Yes, sir. We can start.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, first topic is threat intelligence feeds. So first of all, what is threat intelligence meaning here? All over the worldwide, whatever attacks are happening. So those updates we will receive. Those updates we can call it a threat intelligence feeds. We have 2 different types of threat intelligence feeds. One is commercial. Second one is open source. When I say commercial, we have to pay money to the vendor, and we have to get those updates, what are happening all over the world, right? In this similar way, we have open source as well. For open source side, we no need to pay any money. So we have a couple of websites are existing, like IBM Exports or maybe YSINT. So from these websites, we can get these feeds. So when you say feed, basically malicious content, whatever attacker they are trying to use and they're trying to compromise based on the tactics and techniques and procedure, additionally based on cyber kill process. So attacker, they will use malicious content like a malicious hash values, malicious IP addresses, malicious domains, and also malicious URLs. All those malicious content, whatever daily basis we are getting, those updates, we can call it as a threat intelligence feeds. So there are different types of tools are existing for receiving these threat intelligence feeds. I'll provide those information as well. Okay. First, why we have to use these threat intelligence feeds to mitigate proactive threat hunting. So in our SOC operations, we are doing reactive. It's not a proactive approach. When you say reactive, something got compromised. So in that scenario, we can go and we can do investigation part. That will not work out. Because something got compromised, we can lose our reputation of the company damage, and also we can lose our trustworthy of the customers, and also business we can reduce. Obviously, that one leads to profits or losses and so on. So this threat intelligence feeds, why we can use? It depends on basically threat hunting. If you want to do any threat hunting, threat intelligence feeds we have to integrate. So indirectly, this helps to proactive threat hunting part. What is proactive threat hunting? I'll explain tomorrow class. Okay, so this threat intelligence feeds will help us to provide the proactive threat hunting. When you say proactive, so that one will come as alert notification, even though it is unknown category of the attack. As I said in our APT discussion, advanced persistent threat. So signature-based attacks only 30%, nothing but known attacks. Remaining all other 70% attacks are unknown category. Okay, so this unknown category of the attacks we'll receive through our machine learning capability or deep learning capability or artificial intelligence capability, right? So if you are doing these threat intelligence feeds integration to our tools like a firewall or SIM tool or EDR or IDS or IPS and so on, proactively we can block that particular attacks whenever it is reaching to our organization level, even though it's unknown category. Why? Because those things we are getting regular updates from commercial or maybe open source vendors. Okay, so that is the reason we have to purchase these threat intelligence feeds or regular updates from the respective vendors that may be related to commercial or maybe open source vendors as well. Okay, so finally, threat intelligence feeds will help us to blocking proactive threat hunting attacks or threat hunting capability. Okay, so there are two different types of this threat intelligence, also called as GTI or CTI. So threat intelligence, another name is either GTI or CTI. So GTI full form is Global Threat Intelligence. Next one is CTI, Cyber Threat Intelligence. So different vendors, they will call it as different name, but functionality wise it is same. Okay, so a couple of vendors they will call it a GTI, couple of vendors they will call it CTI. So GTI full form is Global Threat Intelligence and CTI full form is Cyber Threat Intelligence. So these threat intelligence, every vendor they have their own intelligence. Example, McAfee SIM tool vendor side, we can call it as a GTI, Global Threat Intelligence. In the similar way, logarithm side, we can call it as a GTI, Global Threat Intelligence. From IBM QRadar vendor side, we can call it as IBM Exports. In the similar way, Exabeam side, we have Exabeam, they have their own threat intelligence, that is once again CTI, Cyber Threat Intelligence. So vendor to vendor, this terminology will vary, but backend concept is same. So there are different types of threat intelligence feeds we will receive. Those intelligence feeds are: one is malicious IP, second one is malicious URL links, next one is malicious domains, next one is malicious hash values. So these are the different types of threat intelligence feeds we will receive from the respective vendors. So as I said, we have a couple of vendors are available in the market, and also even our SIM tool vendors also, they have their own intelligence. Okay, so whatever it's happening all over worldwide, those malicious content related to malicious IP address, malicious URL link, malicious domains, and also malicious hash values, we will receive regularly or daily basis otherwise. Once we are receiving those intelligence feeds, if it's a malicious IP, we have to block in firewall proactively. In this similar way, malicious URL link, we can block either in the proxy or firewall. Malicious domains, we can block in the firewall or proxy once again, or even in DNS also. Malicious hash values, we can block in the EDR too. So regularly, we will receive these intelligence feeds. Proactively, we are going and we are blocking, even though it doesn't have any signature, because the R&D team of the respective vendors, they can identify whether it's a malicious content or not, whether legitimate content or not, whether illegitimate content or not, and so on. So all these things we are doing the proactively. That's why threat intelligence feeds indirectly, it is helping to take care of the threat hunting capability. Okay, so a couple of vendors are existing. So there are two different types of vendors or tools we have existing related to threat intelligence. Threat intelligence feeds vendors or tools. So we have one is commercial part. Second one is open source. On the commercial side, once again, so we have so many vendors on the commercial side. Example, CrowdStrike. Okay, in the similar way, Palo Alto or Checkpoint. In the similar way, we have IBM Exports. Whoever leader is there in the Gartner quarterly report, those vendors, it's better to purchase these feeds and better to get the regular updates, so that we can go and we can block all these things proactively in our tools. Whenever similar content or similar attacks are receiving from the attacker point of view, already we blocked all the things proactively. It will not affect our organization. So that is the reason we have to receive these regular updates from the different types of vendors related to threat intelligence feeds. Okay, so these are the couple of vendors. As I said, every SIM tool vendor also supporting these one. Like IBM Exports is from IBM QRadar. And next one is from McAfee side, GTA Global Threat Intelligence from McAfee side, McAfee Insight. In this similar way, Splunk also GTI. In this similar way, we have Exabeam, it is called CTI, Global Cyber Threat Intelligence. So from these vendors, we can receive these regular updates once you are purchasing. When I say purchasing, we have to pay some money, so that whatever it is happening, regular attacks, all those malicious content of the IPs and URL links and domains and hash values, once we are receiving those regular updates, we can go and we can block all those things in our firewall, or maybe proxy or firewall, or maybe firewall or proxy once again, and EDR tools. All these things we are taking proactive, not reactive. So when you say reactively, something got compromised, thereafter we are taking the incident response or instant investigation or forensic analysis. So that is reactive approach. But these things we are doing proactively. In case if I want to say practically, Russia and Ukraine war is going on, and also There are a lot of attacks are coming from North Korea, South Korea, Russia, Ukraine, and also Pakistan, Afghanistan. So from these are the different countries, lot of hacking it's happened and also continues it's happening. So these countries people, whenever they are trying to do the hacking part, whatever attackers they are trying to do these malicious content on the daily basis from these vendors. So what are malicious content or malicious things, tactics and techniques and procedure attackers using, those feeds update daily basis we will receive from these vendors. So, and also we have one more open source vendor is available in the market. So that is called OSINT. So this is our OSINT. It's one of the blog I provided previously already. So OSINT full form is open source intelligence. So there is no need to pay any money for this one. It's a free of cost. It's one of the website or blog. Example, if I want to show this one, give me 1 second. So this is OSINT. It's an open source intelligence. It's a free of cost. But other vendors, we have to pay money. For this one, we no need to pay any money. So just you can click on this one. So this is OSINT framework. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Yeah. So OSINT full form is open source intelligence. It's a free of cost. It's one of the blog or website. So under this one, you can see username, email address, domain names, IP addresses. So in this similar way, there are so many things. So whenever you are clicking on the username side, so what are the regularly used usernames? In this similar way, email addresses related to phishing email. In this similar IP address. In this similar way, domain names. So these are all the different types of malicious content we can receive. Once again, if I'm going to the geolocation under this one, we have multiple tools are existing. So we can go and we can verify and we can check reputation of these particular malicious content, whatever we are receiving. In this similar way, so example, you can see here, Max demo and also IPv4 and also IPv6. So these are all the different types of content we can go and we can receive from these websites. If I'm clicking on that one, it will go to another website. There we can receive the regular updates. So this is the way how we can receive from the OSINT. In this similar, if I'm clicking on the one more link, it will go to some other website. So please go through this one. So, but unfortunately, OSINT is not up to date, even though it's a free of cost, because they have their they don't have their own R&D team, and we are not getting the regular updates. So that is the reason it's better to purchase from commercial point of view. When I say commercial, example, as said, CrowdStrike is one of the very famous on the EDR side. From EDR side, we can get those updates. In this similar way, we can get the updates from the Checkpoint is one of the famous firewall. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Checkpoint is one of the famous firewall, and they will get the threat intelligence speeds in the similar Palo Alto. So in the similar IBM exports. So these are all the different types of vendors. We can purchase those threat intelligence speeds related to indicator of compromise and indicator of attacker. Once we are getting those updates regularly, proactively we can go and we can block all those malicious content related to domains or URLs or IP addresses and hash values in our tools. So whenever similar type of attacks received from the attacker, already we blocked this IP address, we blocked URL link, we blocked domain name, we blocked already hash value, it will block it automatically. So that is about overall threat intelligence speeds. So coming to second topic is SOAR capability. Before going to SOAR, I will explain it to UBA. Okay. So this is the first topic. So second topic is UBA. So UBA side, okay. UBA is completely, as I said several times in our existing sessions also, UBA is a machine learning capability in our SIG tool. So there are two different types of detection methods. One is signature based. Second one is machine learning or deep learning or artificial intelligence. And also we discussed a couple of additional detection methods in our EDR tool. Example, baseline method, heuristic approach, and also sandboxing environment, hash value method. So these are all the different types of detection methods we discussed part of EDR. That time itself, I told you, even SIM tool and also other tools also supporting two main detection methods. Those two main detection methods are, one is signature based. So every vendor in their database, they will maintain the known signature pattern or known signature issues. I told you already regarding the coronavirus example as well. So if signature or the medicine is existing, that is like a known thing to us, like a signature based. And in case if you don't have any medication or medicine and so on, it's unknown to us. In that scenario, that one we have to identify using machine learning capability, deep learning capability, or so historical approach. So even SIM tool vendors also will work on these two detection methods. One is signature based. Second one is machine learning or deep learning or artificial intelligence. So in our SIM terminology, we will not call it machine learning or deep learning, but we can call it as a UBA, user entity behavior analytics. Couple of vendors, they are calling it as a UBA, and couple of vendors, they are calling it a UBA. UBA or UBA, both are same only. UBA or UBA. So before going to the in-depth analysis of the UBA concept, it's a combination of both machine learning and also data analytics. Nothing but our data science, big data, Hadoop, all those will fall under data analytics side. So these two combinations we can call it UBA. One is machine learning or deep learning or artificial intelligence. Along with that one, data analytics. If we're combining these two advanced technology in SIM tool, that concept we can call it as UBA. So that UBA is a user entity behavior analytics or UBA, user behavior analytics part. It's a combination of now. UBA also called as UBA. So full form is UBA, full form is user behavior analytics part. Second one is EBA, entity behavior analytics part. So UBA and EBA. So this is combination of UBA plus EBA. Okay, IBM QRadar vendor said they will call it as only UBA. Splunk also they will call it UBA. Exabeam they will call it UEBA. Different vendors they will call it different terminology, but concept backend wise it is same as it is for every vendor or every tool. Okay, for this one we have to purchase additional licensing. UBA is not a inbuilt feature of the respective SIM tool, so we have to purchase additional licensing option that we can discuss in future. Okay, so this is one of the trending technology of the SIM tool because as I said, only 30% attacks are known attacks like a signature based. Remaining 70% attacks are completely unknown to us. So these unknown category of the attacks we can identify using machine learning or historical analysis or deep learning or artificial intelligence. Okay, so now coming back. So as I said, UBA is a combination of UBA and EBA. UBA full form is user behavioral analytics part and EBA is entity behavioral analytics part. So obviously user means end user here, end user behavior. Can anyone say what is entity here? Can anyone say what is entity? Anyone?
Servers, laptops,
Yeah. Any other?
Organization.
Yeah. Organization. Any other? Yeah. I got two answers. One person said it's a organization. Second girl said it's a server, laptop, MacBook, workstation, desktop. Yeah. So whatever she said, that's correct answer basically. Entity general meaning is organization. I will agree with you. But in our SIM terminology, the entity is meaning server or database or end user machines like laptop or MacBook or workstations and so on. So that is called entity basically. Someone is responding back to end user or any server or any database or any application. That is called entity. So here entity not meaning organization. So general entity meaning is yes, you are right. It's organization or property and so on. That is the entity. But in our terminology, so entity means end user machine like a laptop or MacBook or workstation or desktop or maybe server or a database or application. That one we can call it as entity. Okay. LT, MacBook, workstation, and desktop. So these machines we can call it as an entity. So based on the user behavior, you can see here, user behavior analytics. When you say user behavior, so this concept already we discussed a part of EDR. Example, one of the malicious content you are downloading, in case that pattern is matching to the signature, automatically it will block it because already we have known signature is existing. If you want to compare this one with the signature, so example, maybe coronavirus is received or coronavirus is coming to us. In that scenario, already known to us, we know what precautions we have to take care. So what medication we have to do, we have to take care, we know, like a citizen or Dolo 650 or vaccination and so on. But 3 years back, we don't have that particular solution. After 1.5 years, we received already signature like a medication part, right? Same way. So based on the user behavior wise, in case malicious content, whatever you are downloading, if it is checking first whether that particular signature is existing the vendor database or not. In case that signature is matching, then it will fall under signature based. Second, in case signature is not matching and it is not available in the vendor database, in that scenario, that one will fall under unknown category. It's not known category. So based on this behavior, example, if I want to say this one, so today you have access to Facebook or maybe youtube.com. Okay, Facebook or YouTube you accessed. It's a first time activity you access first time. First time activity. That means you never access this in the first time. Not only you, entire organization. Whoever is existing the employees, they never access the Facebook or they never access the YouTube. But we deployed our SIM tool. That was Splunk or IBM QRadar or maybe Exabeam or maybe Azure Sentinel or Elk and so on. So if are enabling this UBA concept in the SIM tool, now what this SIM tool behavior, whatever license we enabled or purchased, according to this one, now SIM tool will think some of the unknown category of the attacker, they are trying to some illegal activity and alert will be generated. It's a first time activity. Okay. So this is on the day one example. Day two also, couple of other users, they access to Facebook and YouTube, same as it. Now this will come under first time activity or second time activity?
Second time.
Yes, exactly. Second time activity. You are right. Second time activity. Now what SIM tool vendor will do now, previously or history wise, so whether anyone is trying to access the Facebook or YouTube, it will check the existing history. In case that one is existing, so still, even though it's a day two only, still it will generate the alert notification. Okay. Now day 3 and so on, in such a way, approximate, so 15 to 30 days, it will check the overall activity of the user actions or user behavior or user activity. In this similar way, entity side as well. When I say entity, how the server is responding back, whether first time activity or whether already that activity is existing in the database or in the SIM tool or in the logs. So once again, maybe on date 30th, we can keep example, day 30th, day 1, day 2, day 3, and so on. So once again, same activity is receiving. Now SIM tool can identify. So why user is accessing regularly this activity? So that means some history is existing already. Now this particular activity, now it will become from unknown to known category. Now this one, it's a completely false positive. Okay. And alert will not be received now onwards. Even alert is received also. We have existing activity is there in the history or logs, okay, or real time, whatever it may be. We can go and we can verify from this user who is trying to do, our server is responding back. So based on that history analysis wise, we can conclude this alert is a false positive. Example. Now you can apply same concept for one of the new attack is coming. If the new attack is coming, whether the first time activity or existing like a signature one, anyone? New attack is coming to our organization level and that particular activity is not existing. It's a complete new attack. Okay. So for that one, any signature would be existing?
No.
No, you are right. No signature will be existing. It's a first time activity. In that scenario, if are enabling UBA concept in our SIM tool as a licensing option, whether alert will be generated or
Generated.
exactly. Alert will be generated. Now, once that alert will be generated, now our SOC team will come into picture. L1 team, they will receive the alert, and the team, they have to go and they have to analyze why the alert is received. So something attack is trying to do illegitimate activity or illegal activity or malicious content. So whenever unknown category of the attacks are happening, using this historical analysis, deep learning capability, machine learning capability, so alert will be generated. So that is the reason for unknown category of the attacks, UBA is very, very helpful for us. So that is nothing but it's a machine learning capability or deep learning capability. So already this concept we discussed part of EDR also. So as I said, 70% of the attacks nowadays, whatever we are receiving, completely it's a unknown category only. Only 30% attack is based on the complete signature based. So if are enabling this feature, even though those attacks are new to organization level, based on the pattern, based on the action, based on the activity, based on the history as well, our SIM tool automatically will generate the notification. That concept is called as UBA. Okay. So thing I want to add. So one thing we discussed based on the behavior, based on the action, based on the activity, based on the history wise. It will check the existing database or logs. And in case it is not existing, automatic alert will be generated. That is nothing but UBA. Second part also there, you can see analytics. User, entity, behavioral. And also second thing is A means analytics part. When you say analytics, basically it's a data analytics concept. So what is data analytics concept? I'll explain now. Before going to that one, I will provide now definition part of UBA. So first I'll provide what exactly mean by UBA. UBA full form is user, entity, behavioral analytics. It is working on a concept called ML, AI, deep learning, or historical analysis. Historical analysis of end user, entity, related actions, activity, habits, and history. Whenever any unknown category of the attacks are received, based on the UBA concept, alerts will be received. And respect to SOC team will take care of incident investigation or forensic analysis. So that is UBA. I will give access to this particular sheet. Just you can copy. I mean, you can copy paste. Okay, I'll explain that one later. So that is about UBA. So next one is data analytics concept. This is also part of our UBA concept only. Okay, so as I said here, combination of machine learning along with data analytics concept here. So this is the keyword you have to remember. Coming back now, data analytics. So data analytics meaning here, very, very big data whoever is generating. So example, large amount of data like electrical companies, civil companies, mechanical companies, automobile industries, telecom industries, banking sector, all those organizations will fall under big organizations or big data companies. Those companies, they have to use these data analytics concept or Hadoop or big data or data science. Okay, so because it's a large chunks of the data we are trying to store and we have to analyze and so on. There, these data science and data come into picture along with a couple of languages as well, like Python or NLP, natural language programming and so on. So that is about data analytics part. Coming back to how we are using data analytics concept in our cybersecurity part. So data analytics is a mathematical approach or statistical calculation. So it is a mathematical approach or statistical calculation. So nothing but we discussed about probability, assumptions. So all those will fall under this mathematical approach and statistical calculations. Basically statistics. So statistics, when you say statistics or stats, it is nothing but risk score. For every instant or alert we received in our SIM tool, so every alert has some other score will be there. That score, it will come through this data analytic approach only. So example, as I said, even how we can define the critical or high or medium or lower information. If it's vulnerability management, what is the backend process? What is the backend process for vulnerability management? Score, whatever it is generating. What is the score we can call it as? What is the score? Severity is severity level, CVSS score. That's perfect. CVSS score. Yeah. Common vulnerability scoring system. For every vulnerability, it has one of the scoring system 0 to 10 scale range based on the confidentiality, integrity, availability, information disclosure, scope of the work and network. So based on these parameters, CVSS score is defined or generated automatically. So by NVD database and CV database and MITRE database. That's what we discussed, part of vulnerability management. Same concept you can apply. Whatever attacks we discussed, spoofing category, flooding category, phishing email category, OWASP top 10 category, and also malware category, and so on. Whenever these alerts are received in the SIM tool or EDR tool or firewall or proxy or IDS IPS, for every alert, one score will be there. That score, how it is generating, based on this data analytics approach only. based on this data analytics approach only, for every alert or every instant or every attack, whatever it's happening, some score will be generated. So that score is nothing but mathematical calculation or statistical approach. So that's what we have to implement in our SIM tools, or we have to enable. Automatically, whenever any alert is received, from 0 to 100 scale range, for every alert it will be received. So example, if it is 80 to 100, it's called as a critical, and 60 to 80, it's like a high, and 40 to 60 like a medium, below 40, it's like a completely low or informational. So these are the severity levels. In this SIM tool, how that score will be generated? That score is completely depending on data analytics concept. So how that score will be depending on now, a risk score is depending on risk score is 0 to 100. So this 0 to 100 critical score is critical incident score. 80 to 100, and high it's a 60 to 80, and also medium is 40 to 60, and remaining is low and informational. I'll put it as 0 to 40. So that is the severity level of any incident basically. Except IBM QRadar, all other vendors, they will support this UON only, except IBM QRadar. IBM QRadar score is different. Splunk, McAfee, HP ArcSight, Exabeam, Azure Sentinel, all other vendors are supporting this score only. But coming to our vendors like IBM QRadar and other vendors are not supporting this score. So they are supporting as a score from 0 to 10 scale range only, except IBM QRadar. Okay, so here I will put severity. And coming to IBM QRadar, so this is for all other SIM tools except IBM QRadar. All the SIM tool vendors except IBM QRadar. This is also one of the interview question guys. How can you prioritize the incidents based on the risk score and severity? Coming to IBM QRadar, so 0 to 10 scale range. So 8 to 10 is considered as critical, and sorry. Next one is 6 to 8. It's a high. Next one is 4 to 6 and 0 to 4. This is from IBM QRadar side. IBM QRadar side, we cannot call it as a risk score, but we can call it as a magnitude. Okay. So magnitude is nothing but risk score in IBM QRadar side. So this one, I will show you practically on the maybe next Friday or maybe Thursday. Okay. So this on the IBM QRadar side, respective magnitude scores. Remaining all other vendors, as I said, Logarithm, Exabeam, McAfee, RSA, HP ArcSight, all those vendors, they will categorize based on the 0 to 100, except IBM. So even Sentinel also, I have some doubt. I think it's a 0 to 20, but I will reconfirm. Let me check and verify, and I will come back. Yeah. Now this score, how it is generating? As I said, on the vulnerability management side, it's depending on 9 parameters or 8 parameters like confidentiality, integrity, availability, attack vector, attack complexity, network, and scope of the work. So that is the way how CVS score is generated. Now in SIM tool vendor side, how this score will be generated? What is backend concept? So the backend concept is the data analytics concept. It is nothing but mathematical calculations and statistical approach. And so risk score is depending on now. Risk score equals to anomaly factor into type of incident. Anomaly factor into type of incident. That is the risk score formula. How this score is generating for every incident. Now, once again, anomaly factor equals to total number of abnormal events by total number of events. So total number of abnormal events by total number of events. So what is mean by this one? Yet what is mean by total number of events? Anyone? I given formula is anomaly factor equals to total number of abnormal events by total number of events. Anyone? What is mean by this one? Any guesses? Any guesses? What is mean by total number of events here?
Total number of abnormals are only
Malicious one. That's correct.
contents, and the total number of events are malicious or not normal.
Non-malicious. Yeah, that's correct. Exact. You are right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Total number of abnormal events is nothing but malicious content or malicious logs or events, whatever it may be. Malicious events or logs. And total number of events, combination of both total number of abnormal plus total number of normal. Abnormal plus normal. That is nothing but total number of events. Example, maybe one of the attacker is trying to do, or maybe end user itself is downloading some of the malware attachment, or maybe is clicking on the phishing email malware attachment, or maybe is copying something through pen drive related to malware. In the similar way, he's sending one of the email from professional to personal email ID, like a DLP use case, and also uploading the large amount of the data in the OneDrive or Google Drive. That is also one second DLP use case. In the similar firewall, allowed activity, firewall denied activity, all these are malicious content related. So in overall entire day, example, take example of brute force attack. We can discuss about brute force attack. One of the internal end user, he forgot the password and he has done maybe more than 10 attempts or more than 5 attempts. In that scenario, so brute force attack alert is received. Once that alert is received, so here total number of events, total number entire day, that normal plus abnormal may be received 10,000 overall in the entire 9 to 6 o'clock, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Whatever shift he is working on, he made approximate 10,000 events per day. Out of that one, forgetting the password, here total number of events per day. Now coming back here, out of 10,000, so 1,000 belongs to total number of abnormal events. Okay. Now, if you want to calculate anomaly factor, how much it will come? Anyone? Anyone? Anomaly factor. What is anomaly factor formula now? What is anomaly factor formula?
1,000 by 10,000.
Yeah, 1,000 by 10,000. How much it will come? How much it will come?
0.1. 0.1.
Yeah, 0.1. This is the anomaly factor. Okay, so we receive now for brute force attack because he forgot the password. Okay, so he tried more than maybe 1,000 attempts. In that scenario, so anomaly factor, what the definition or formula I provided, total number of abnormal events by total number of events. Here, total number of abnormal events are 1,000 and total number of events are 10,000. Obviously, as per the formula, so we have to substitute here. So that will become 1,000 by 10,000. That is nothing but 0.1. Now, risk score. Risk score equals to, what is the formula we said? Anomaly factor. What is the anomaly factor now here? What is the anomaly factor we received?
0.1.
Yeah, 0.1. Into, next one is here anomaly factor type of incident. Each and every SIM tool vendor, by default, what they are doing, they are providing some of the score. So nothing but, okay. So example, before going to this one, I'll provide that one. Then we can substitute. So type of incident. So type of incident, that is the formula we provided here. Risk score equals to anomaly factor into type of incident. What each and every vendor is doing for ransomware wise. So example, they are giving score as a 20. So example, brute force attack side, it's a by default. So vendor is giving approximate 50 based on severity wise also. And also malware category. So once again 20. And also example DOS or DDoS category. So approximate 80. And the next one is SQL injection or process scripting attack. So maybe approximate 20. So in such a way, vendor is defining the by default score. If you want, you can use it. And if you feel, okay, this score is maybe wrong, based on the risk assessment, based on the business impact wise, you can change that one also. That's okay, not an issue. We can go and we can edit in the correlation rule. All the things we have to provide in the correlation rule. Okay, so by default, vendor is providing these particular scoring system, that is default score for type of incident only. So now this is default score provided by vendor. Which default score here? Type of incident category default score only, not overall incidents category of the score. Okay, based on the classification wise, what are attacks we discussed? For all those attacks, each and every vendor default score is this one, based on the business impact analysis, risk assessment, confidentiality, integrity, availability, attack vector, and attack complexity, based on all those parameters. So they given default score is this one. So whenever something got compromised, you have to take this one. But you will feel you can do customization as well. When I say customization part, if you want, you can increase up to, okay, so 30 or 40, whatever it may be. Okay, we can change that one in the correlation rule. Now we have to come back to our main formula. So risk score equals to, what risk score equals to? What is risk score formula? Anomaly factor.
Abnormal factor divided by.
Not abnormal, anomaly factor. Already we calculated anomaly factor here. So anomaly factor, yes, type of incident.
Into type of incident.
Yeah. Now what is the anomaly factor we received?
0.1.
Yeah, 0.1. For brute force category, what is the example I given default score?
15.
15. Now if you're multiplying these to how much it will come?
1.5.
1.5.
Yeah. Now this is the score. Basically, this is the score for brute force attack. Now, once the brute force attack is received, score will come as 1.5. So now 1 point will come under example, maybe lower informational severity. Now that particular alert is received, brute force attack, one of the end user is trying to do this one, and the risk score is 1.5. So that is the way how the incident or alert is received. Once that alert or incident is received, now L1 team or L2 team or L3 team, they will start working on the instant investigation or instant forensic analysis. So that is the way how this particular risk score will be calculated on the back. In the interview point of nobody will ask, but you should know how the score is getting generated for each and every attack. You should be aware basically, even backend process also. But interview point of nobody will ask, don't worry. Okay, so this is the way how the score is generating for every attack or every incident, whatever we are working on in the SIM tool. So as I said, every vendor, they are giving score is 0 to 100 scale range, except IBM QRadar. IBM QRadar vendor is giving from 0 to 10 scale range. Even IBM QRadar vendor, they will not call it as a risk score, but they will call it a magnitude. So that is nothing but data analytics concept here. So data analytics meaning here, how the score is calculated, what is the total number of abnormal events, what is total number of events. So that overall analysis in the numbers or statistics or maybe figures. So that is meant by data analytics here. So that's what the definition here. It is a mathematical calculations or approach, or else it is statistical approach or calculation. So that is nothing but data analytics. So if you are integrating these two concepts for every attack or every action, or that may be legitimate or illegitimate or signature based or machine learning capability, then we will receive this particular UBA concept, user entity behavior analytics. Now, if you are asking the interview point of view, do you know about UBA concept? Yes, you can say I know about UBA concept. So it is working on the concept name is called machine learning or historical analysis or deep learning. We enable or we purchase this particular UBA concept in our organizational level as well. So based on the user actions, based on the entity actions like a servers or databases, applications, or individual machines like a laptop or MacBook, workstation or desktop, according to these particular actions or activity or history, alerts will be generated in case it's a first time activity. So this particular scenario is really helpful us whenever unknown category of the attacks are received, what is happening all over the worldwide. So that is nothing but UBA. Once that alert is received, now as a L1, L2, L3 team will take care of the instant investigation. Now this feature came into the market only in 2018 or 19 only. 2018 or 19 only. So that time onwards, every vendor is supporting this capability. Okay. So this concept is applicable to EDR as well. Not only EDR, this concept is applicable to web application firewall. So this concept is applicable to IPS or IDS. This concept is applicable to next generation firewall. For all those vendors, as I said, two methods are common related to detection. So those two methods are, one is signature based, second one is machine learning or artificial intelligence. So these two are common for every tool vendor. In our SIM tool concept or terminology, we can call it as a UEBA, that is almost equivalent to a deep learning capability or machine learning capability in our EDR tool or web application firewall or proxy, whatever it may. So that's all about overall UBA. Practical, I will show this one. Once it is started a practical demo tool in logarithm or maybe in Splunk or maybe in the IBM Curator, practical I will show where this particular option we have to enable. It's additional licensing by the way. We have to pay approximate per annum or per year based on the end user wise, based on the number of applications wise. This cost also involved. So that is about overall UBA concept. Do you have any questions on this one? As I said, UBA completely L3 level role. Whatever today topic we are discussing, everything is L3 only. Threat intelligence, speeds integration, and also UBA concept, SOAR concept, all these are L3 level. If you have more than 7+ years of experience, then you will fall under this one. Any doubt on UBA?
So my question, hello sir.
Yeah, please.
My question is, how long does this behavior analytics takes? I mean, in your today's class, while explaining, if you're opening Facebook or YouTube account, so day one it generates an alert, day two it generates an alert. Does it take nearly 30 days for it to stop generating alerts and prove it as false positive?
Yeah, because once you are deploying SIM tool, that doesn't mean that everything it will be fine tuning is completed and it is ready to take care of the investigation. So maturity of the SIM tool, it will take approximate 6 weeks. Example, today you deployed SIM tool and you enabled UBA concept. So tomorrow onwards, daily completely false positive alerts will be received. So because SIM tool will not understand, because all these are new actions and new activity, even SIM tool is not able to understand who is the user and what is the entity and what is database and what is the server and so on. So minimum it will take approximate to become maturity of the respective SIM tool, 6 weeks is a minimum. So 6 weeks to approximate 90 weeks. Then only it will hit all the correlation rule. Then only fine tuning and parsing related issues or problems, and also even troubleshooting of the log source information. All these things it will take approximate 6 weeks to 90 days, nothing but 36 days to 90 days. So this is then only it will become maturity of the SOC or maturity of the SIM tool. Then thereafter, whatever initially we receive these false positives, we can reduce that false positive count. Why? Because already existing historical analysis is there are available in our logs. So final answer is yes. So it will take approximate 6 weeks to become maturity of the SOC or mature SOC. It's a good question. Thanks for asking that. All these are implementation level also, basically fine tuning, troubleshooting, and whatever we are discussing the today and tomorrow class, all these L3 level, it's more than 7+ years of experience. So that's what they'll expect from you. What is fine tuning? What is troubleshooting? What is correlation rule creation, custom rule generation? And did you onboard any new log sources? Did you create any correlation rules? All these completely more than L3 basically. But you should know all these. As I said, nowadays, once your salary is getting more than 20 lakhs, they are expecting like administration kind of thing as well. So it is not like within 1 or 2 rounds we can complete the interview. So sometimes it is they are taking even 2 to 3 rounds of the interview as well. So based on your capability and based on how much you're grasping, how much you're able to express yourself at the time of the interview, it depends completely. Okay, but anyway, these things I will show practically. Don't worry. Shall we move to next topic?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So next topic is SOAR. This is also advanced feature only. Okay, so under the SOAR capability, so this is recently only came into the market. I can say 2020. So this is completely new technology into the market. Going forward in future, as per my knowledge and my experience and my guess, I think instead of SOAR we can use directly. Sorry, instead of SIM, directly you can use SOAR tool itself. So SOAR full form, security orchestration, and automated response. So that is the full form, security orchestration and automated response. First of all, security means, this is protecting of the data or information or end user or database application and so on. That is security. Orchestration. When you say orchestration, a grouping of the similar type of logs or data sources or log sources, that is called orchestration. So example, what is meant by orchestration, I will explain now before going to automated response. So we'll go and we can discuss one by one. First, what is security? That is the first word in our SOAR. So protecting of the data or information or endpoints or infrastructure or servers or databases and so on. So next one is orchestration part. So as I said, it's a grouping of the similar type of log source or data sources. So that is meant by orchestration part. What is meant by that one, I will explain. Give me some time. Next one is automated response. Meaning here, whenever this particular activity it's happened, SIM tool is a monitoring tool or blocking tool. Anyone? Whether SIM tool is a blocking tool or monitoring tool?
Monitoring
Yeah,
tool.
exactly. Monitoring tool.
Monitoring tool.
Yes. But on the other hand, SOAR tool is a blocking tool also. We can take the response there itself. We no need to go to area. Where we can block IP address? Where can you block IP address? Malicious IP address.
Firewall.
Exactly. What about the domain name? Malicious domain name?
DNS.
Proxy.
DNS or proxy or firewall. But first you can say firewall, next proxy, next DNS. Next one is URL link. URL link. Proxy or firewall. What about hash value?
EDR.
Exactly, that's correct. These are the basics, guys. Always you have to remember. So SIM tool is a monitoring tool, and in case any alert is received related to malicious content, example, take one of the phishing email, one of the DOS or DDoS attack, one of the IP spoofing attack, one of the brute force attack, and so on. In that scenario, whatever brute force attack is received, what a phishing email attack is received, what a DOS attack is received, what an IP spoofing attack is received. We have to go and we have to check the reputation of the IP address, and we have to block in case it's a illegitimate IP address or malicious IP address. So SIM tool can't do the blocking part, but SOAR tool can do blocking as well. That is called automated response. In the SOAR tool itself, we can do blocking of the firewall related feature, blocking of the IP address, blocking of the domain name, blocking of the hash value, blocking of the URL link as well. There is no need to go to the individual firewall or proxy or maybe EDR and so on. So automated response we can do there itself. That replication will go to backend EDR or firewall or proxy. That is called automated response. Now you can say, or can you say, SOAR has a capability of blocking optional?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. Yes. So blocking capability also it has. Meaning here we can take the instant response there itself. So for this one, backend automation is required basically. Either Python or PowerShell or Perl or any other HTML JavaScript. Most of the case now Python is very, very popular. Automated response side, backend, how this automated response will work and how this orchestration will happen. So orchestration and automated response, backend Python and also PowerShell. These are the scripting programming languages we will use if you want to really if you want to receive the similar type of log sources or not. Okay, now we can discuss about orchestration part. So example, malware category. For malware category, what are the different types of log sources we have? Anyone? If you want to receive any malware alert, what are the data sources logs we have to integrate it to SIM tool or SOAR tool? So example, can you give the what are the tools or logs we have to integrate?
Firewall, proxy.
Proxy. Why proxy will come under? Firewall is one thing, you are right. Why proxy will come into picture? No. Any other? Malware category, malware. Which tool?
EDR.
EDR, yes, correct. Next one.
IDS, IPS.
IDS, IPS, okay.
Antivirus.
Antivirus is a part of EDR only. Anyway, I have written EDR already here. Any other?
DLG.
Malware analysis tools. Like a FireEye, all these tools. So these are the example of malware category of the logs. Okay. Now, here orchestration meaning here same thing. So different types of example. If malware attack wants to receive in SOAR tool, all these 4 different types of logs will group together. Then finally orchestration will happen, and whatever logs are generated, all those log sources or data sources, logs it will appear in the SOAR capability. For malware category, all those 4 logs, these logs it will do, and it will hit correlation rule. That is called correlation rule engine, and alert will be generated. So that is mean by orchestration basically. So grouping of these similar type of log source or data sources for every attack. That is called orchestration. Can we discuss one more here? So DOS or DDoS? What are the log sources? Anyone? This is the first example. A second example, DOS or DDoS. Anyone? What are the log sources logs we have to integrate if you want to receive DOS or DDoS attack?
Anti-DOS, anti-DDoS.
Exactly. Anti-DOS and anti-DDoS.
Next generation firewall.
Yeah, 1 second. So next generation firewall. Okay, next one. What else?
NIDS and IPS.
NIDS and IPS. Okay. IDS, I'll put IDS, IPS. Okay. Any other? Only these 3 or any other? Anything you will think? What about WAF? Whether WAF will fall under this category and proxy will fall under this category? DOS and DDoS. DOS and DDoS. Can we say proxy or EDR or web application firewall? Can we include those log sources as well? What are the DOS or DDoS mitigation steps we have to consider? Mitigation steps for DOS and DDoS attack.
Throttling in firewall.
Throttling only in firewall? Only in firewall? Throttling only in firewall. So first thing is implementing anti-DOS or anti-DDoS in parallel to ISP router. That is first mitigation steps we discussed already. Second one, we discussed about throttling or rate limit in the backend server or firewall or web application firewall as well. Why you are not saying WAF here? I give a hint also, right? This is the way in the interview they will ask whether DOS or DDoS attack will come to application or not. Do you think it's only part of network? I'm asking you, do you think whether DOS or DDoS attack will come to application or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is. Application side also DOS and DDoS attack will occur. Example I provided already. So whenever any buffering related issues will occur, example maybe YouTube or maybe any Hotstar or maybe any Netflix and so on. So maybe two chances here: more number of sessions, more number of users they are trying to access, or maybe attacker they compromise that particular application. So that is the reason buffering is happening and user is not able to access. Yes, finally DOS and DDoS attack is applicable to application as well. If you want to receive application related DOS and DDoS, obviously we have to integrate WAF. If sync flood or TCP or UDP or ICMP, ping of death or ping flood attack, I will agree with you, only these three. For application DOS and application DDoS side, definitely we have to integrate WAF logs as well. Okay, anyway. So now, whenever any DOS or DDoS category of the attacks are happening, these are all the log sources. I will give one hint also, guys. Please remember this concept. For any attack, if you want to integrate log sources logs, how to remember this particular topic or particular answer? What are mitigations we are discussed in our network and cyber attacks? That you can remember, simple. Those logs we have to integrate. Okay, I'm repeating once again. Any attack, whatever we are going to discuss, if you want to receive any alert, what are mitigations we discussed? Those mitigations is logs we have to integrate to our SIM tool. Now I will ask, if you want to receive phishing email related alert, what are the log sources we have to integrate?
Email gateway.
Email gateway.
Email gateway, perfect. Any other? One is email gateway. Any other?
Firewall also. EDR.
Firewall also. Yeah, firewall. Next, any other? EDR, yes. Only in case malicious malware attachment. You are right. Any other?
Malware analysis too.
Yeah. Any other?
Yes. Mails.
Mails. What is that mails is called as?
Service no mails.
Service no mails.
Phishing email.
Alert. We received alert also.
That alert is received. I'm not asking about alert. What is my question here? Please listen. If we want to receive any phishing email related alerts in our SIM tool, what are the data source or logs we have to integrate to SIM tool? You said email gateway, obviously, yes, you are right. And malicious malware attachment in that email it contains, we have to integrate EDR logs or malware analysis logs. That I will agree with you. And also, one more is you said like firewall logs. Yes.
Firewall.
Yeah, what else? One more main thing you are not saying. Email, phishing email or email. Which logs we have to integrate? Email gateway is different. Email gateway is security solution. like a proof point or Mimecast or Ironport, okay, or Office 365 Defender, all these. SMTP server, guys, or email server. Why you are not saying this one? Why you are not saying SMTP server, email server? It's a basic question. Are you getting what I'm saying? If
yes,
you
sir.
want into email logs, email server logs are very important. Email gateway is different. Email server is different. Email server is our internal server. In that one is deployed in our trust zone. Email server also called as SMTP server or XN server or UCS server. Email gateway is different. Email gateway is third-party vendor where we have to deploy email gateway in our organization.
Firewall.
In parallel to
D-
firewall, that zone is called as
DMZ.
yeah, DMZ or DMZ. You are right. So that email gateway, different vendors we have available in the market, like ProPoint, Mimecast, Office 365 Defender, and also Ironport. So these are the different vendors. There are so many other vendors also. So finally, even email server logs also we have to integrate. So how these logs are coming and what grouping of similar type of log source is called as orchestration. Any doubt so far? Any doubt so far? Yeah. So that's all about today evening class. Okay, I will upload. Okay, tomorrow morning I will take class around 7:30 tomorrow morning. Already, I think Mahesh has shared one of the link with you last night. Do you have July 21st URL link in our WhatsApp group? July 1st link, how to join. Do you have that link or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
please click on that link and you can join tomorrow at 7:30. Once again,
Sir,
tomorrow 7:30. So online class only. Wherever I'm stopping right now, from there I will continue tomorrow morning.
Sir, what about notes, sir? Today's notes.
Today notes, what I will do. Okay, so I will upload here our video, whatever I'm teaching here now. So this is our main course or content, every material I'll upload here. So this is the Excel sheet, what I'm sharing right now here. This is the sheet. So almost I provide everything, but couple of things are pending. And also I will attach that recorded session as well. Right now I'm taking record. Did you observe that one?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
sir.
I have seen that.
Yeah. So already it is recording in our Zoom cloud server. For processing, it will take approximate 1 hour because it will take 250 MB, something like that. Once this one is uploaded, I will let you know. I think it will take by 9:30 or 10 o'clock maybe. So before 10 o'clock, I'll upload that. I mean, whatever discussion we went today or we are going to discuss today. So that I'll upload here and you can access this one. Every cybersecurity SOC material, interview questions, resumes, and even correlation rule creation, investigation, everything I will upload here. So please go through all these drive access as well. I think already you shared your email address with me, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, done. Perfect. Okay, so that's all for today. So please listen 2 or 3 times in case you are not able to understand, because this L3 level, whatever I am discussing right now. So do you have any questions?
No, sir. No questions at all.
No, sir.
Okay, perfect. So already recorded sessions will be there, and whoever is missing the class, please inform to them as well. So they will access this drive and they will listen all the classes 1 or 2 times. And possibly you can make your notes one way. Otherwise, once I'll come back to Hyderabad, then I'll give the notes.
Sir, when will the offline classes start? Sir?
Offline in present batch? Do you mean present batch?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So I have to be there in Bangalore another 1 week. Most probably I'll be back on 28th or 29th. But don't worry, I will take online classes.
Yeah, okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir, what about the practical sessions?
Yeah, I think Moharram is on 29th.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, 28th, I think for me it's a holiday. 28th, 29th, 30th, Those 3 days, I will start working on the practical SM tool sessions.
Yeah, okay, sir. Thank you.
Online only, sir.
No. It's offline, completely practical demo tools is completely offline.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other?
No, sir.
Yeah. Once I will upload the recorded session, I will let you know and I'll ping in the WhatsApp. Just you can go through that particular video.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, guys. And
Good
good
night.
night.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good
Thank
night.
you, sir.